Hello, good afternoon. It's now 6 p.m. as promised for stream time. Let's give a few extra minutes for everyone to join in. And hello, by the way. Hello, love. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. That the music and the microphone are at just the right levels. Hello, Unchio. Good to see you finally made it. Right. So, what we're making today is a very simple dish. So I'm going to keep things short because it's that loud. It could be the microphone. Is that a little bit better? Perhaps? Hopefully. Need to change the settings of my own to make it so I can actually read chat appearance. Let's put that on max. There we go. Now it's actually readable for me because I have the eyesight of a mole. Right. So we have our ingredients here. We still have the cod. It's still dripping away the ice. So it's going to stay that way for a little bit longer. That's completely fine. So we have garlic here, which I am going to process and explain, or rather give a tip on how to take care of. We have our onions, an egg, the tomatoes we need to make the tomato rice, the rice itself, and then we have flour, cornstarch, sparkling water, a little bit of baking powder because it's going to help us with the batter. We have our parsley here at the back. I had to buy a new plant because the old one was a little bit was suffering from a light case of dead. It still held out almost 3 months. That's impressive. So we got a new one. It's all nice and beautiful, still green, very fresh, and a thermometer. This is not mandatory. I just have it, so I'm going to use it for the oil. Not too sure if I'll actually need it so far. So, first things first, what we're going to start with is processing the garlic, and that's going to be a lesson for everyone at home. Some of you might know the issue. I have already noticed that these are suffering from already. So you see how these are growing a green stalk out of it? That's no good. That means the garlic has begun sprouting on itself. So it's just trash now. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to split these up. Any ones that are not with a stalk can go to the cutting board, and we'll get them sorted. I bought 2 heads of garlic because I like to do this many pieces at the same time, and it's just easier to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is cut, or rather I'm going to peel them, and then I'm going to put them in a bag and freeze them for future usage. Because while onion does not do very well when frozen, at least while whole, garlic is still fine to freeze. But you should still at least peel it first, because otherwise it's just going to get too hard. So let's just get the excess skin off onto the cutting board. Same with these pieces. It's quite easy to do once you get the hang of it. Nothing to it. You can also just put this here and then roll it. This makes removing everything else a lot easier. Damn, these are some chunky cloves of garlic. I like it. Garlic is never enough. And if you're going to link me that image of the elephant garlic, I know about it, and so should you. Unfortunately, the flavor of those is not as intense. So in this scenario, the smaller cloves are actually good. Or rather, regular sized cloves of garlic. These are also pretty big. We scored very nicely with this one. Not too much. Okay. And this one was thankfully properly dried out because it has no stalk so far. We actually have a tradition here in Portugal, and I think it's actually coming up soon, where people go out on the street and we usually bonk each other on the head with squeaky hammers. However, part of the tradition also involves the bonking on the head with grown stalks of garlic, as in still non-dry, rather fresh garlic, which, as you can imagine, reeks to shit. So if that touches you, you are going to reek to shit of garlic as well. Okay, that's the last one. Right. Now, this is the plastic that I brought the garlic home in. So let's just pop it open here. And now, quite simple. You grab the clove, you slice the bottom, you slice the top, knife on the side, give it a good whack or two, and then the skin just comes right off. It's that easy. You don't need to do much effort. See? That's it. And then into the plastic bag, we're going to grab a few. It's actually... Okay, so these next few I'm actually going to put to the side because we're going to need them. Okay, now off to the side. And let's grab another chunky boy. Here we go. I have another plastic bag already in the sink to act as a trash bin, so that's why you see me leaning over so much. Because this week I actually remembered to have something ready like that. The reason why I'm doing this on stream is for extra airtime, obviously. No. You see, the knife is by nature flexible, so even if you bend it a little bit, this one barely bends because, if I recall correctly, yeah, it's high carbon, So it's going to be hard, also quite strong. And when it comes to materials, you gotta remember, hardness is its resistance to scratches. So diamond is hard. And strength is its ability to absorb energy. So while diamond is really hard, it's not very strong at all. If you have a hammer and a piece of diamond, and you bonk the two together, I can assure you, the hammer will outlast the diamond. It's not going to scratch it, but it is going to break it. And that's unfortunately why swords out of diamond are not viable. Looking at you, Minecraft. Okay, so we have this piece here. It's not looking too good. We can just slice this off. Okay, now we have half a clove after that. I know you worry a lot. That's completely fine, though. You don't need to worry. At least not with me. Oops. Butterfingers. This one did not get a good enough whack, apparently. The skin is kinda refusing to come off. That's fine. Now, you might be wondering that this will make your hands smell like garlic for a whole week. And that's arguably true. However, you can wash your hands with cold water while, for the lack of a better term, give the say a hand job, and that helps a lot. So what you want to do is wash your hands in cold water while rubbing your hands against cold metal. Not sure why, but that does the trick. Also, hello, Gamba. Welcome on in. I'm sorry you had to hear that. I know some of you will be quite enthusiastic about it, though. Oops. It's starting to get a little bit sticky because the garlic has that. Didn't see it coming? Well, you haven't watched enough of my streams. I do try to hold back a little on Sunday streams, especially during cooking time, because we gotta be a little bit more family friendly. But in regular streams, the horny is prevalent. Also, my mom watches these. Oh, I'm doing actually quite alright. I was doing sleepy for most of the day, but I had a coffee around half an hour ago, and it's actually starting to kick in now. And also, I'm just naturally excited for the stream, so that helps. I don't think I'm going to bother with the small ones, like the tiny ones, because for that we just have frozen garlic anyway. And yourselves? How is my lovely chat doing today? We've gained a few new regular people, which is always very nice to see. I wish CM Bear was here too. Oops, this one's not coming off. Did we get it? Yes, we did. See? Violence. If you're not If your issue isn't being solved with violence, you're clearly not using enough. Oops. I keep forgetting to black them. Good, glad to hear. And relaxation is really good. I'm glad to hear you're taking it easy for a change. Oh, that one came off so nicely. I'm getting my ears pierced, by the way. I didn't share this all too much, but family was quite supporting, so let's get that done. Point of distraction, which is really helpful, yeah. I mean, if you want me to cook more, just tell me. I mean, with more subscribers coming through, I can start making these a little bit more often. But then again, it's I would say that these cost money, but at the same time, I am also literally making dinner. So it's a bit early to be making dinner, but that's fine. That's cool. I actually don't know how much it is. I'm not expecting it to be like particularly cheap though, because there's a lot of health and safety measures being taken into consideration, of course. So obviously it can't be cheap because it has to be done correctly. It's the same with laser tattoos. All those things that involve your body, you should be quite weary of them. If they're cheap, something's wrong. I'm gonna do this one more. And I'll leave these for later. I'm not gonna do them right now, because this is dragging on for a little bit too long already. And you guys came here to watch me cook, not peel garlic cloves. Oops. If you do a lot of these, your fingers will eventually start getting sticky, because garlic oil gets kind of sticky. So, there we go. We got quite a lot of cloves. It's probably, yeah, it's easier to see like this. This all can go in the freezer, and it will hold for several months. So, we have 2 cloves here. I'm gonna take out, yeah, 2 more. Okay, so that's not a fancy food name. It's just the translation in Portuguese. So allow me to translate. The main dish is going to be a cod fritter in English, and the rice is just tomato rice. That's it. It's a simple thing, but it's traditional. So, we have our cloves here. I'm going to put these in the pantry, and I will go and fetch the bowl that we need to make the batter. Oh, you're Finn. I thought you were American because you had the. Wait, was someone else then who had the American roll. Never mind. Yeah, we got our bowl. I'm going with plastic because of noise. Otherwise, I would go for metal. Right, so let's clean up the board a little bit. Doesn't have to be too amazing. And now we are going to... Sorry about the noise. As I was saying, cold water. Get your hands clean. Fold the towel and put it back where it belongs. So let's get a bowl. This one is going to be for the mise en place for the rice. So, and this one is going to be for the fritters. So, let's just get these two off to the side at the moment. I'm gonna do one at a time. Back of the knife, never the blade. Keep that in mind. Okay, that's roughly chopped well enough. These two pieces are pissing me off. Okay, there we go. Oops, there we go. Okay. Now the same for these. If you keep your fingers behind the knife, nothing will happen. You don't have to be afraid of the knife. It's a tool. It's not going to hurt you if you don't let it hurt you. So keep your fingers behind what you're actually cutting, and the knife goes against the knuckles. So you're only letting the knife advance as much as you want it to. It's not going to slip out of your grasp if you don't let it. Oops, getting sticky again. Okay. And now these are for the fritters. We lost a little bit of garlic somewhere. It's fine, we'll catch it in a second. It's apparently fallen beyond where I can see it, which is understandable. So let's rinse the knife real quick, just so it doesn't get stuck on anything. And we're gonna do the onions next. When washing the knives, especially barehanded, please be careful of yourself and of the knife. Because if you damage the blade, I will damage you. Right, onions. nice little medium onion. Doesn't have to be anything too big. This time I need a very fine chop for the fritters. So I'm going to use a slightly different cooking technique than what I usually use. Hence the, well, just so you guys don't act surprised, and I know some of you still will, I'm just going to cut it like normal. Well, you'll see in a second. The other one I will cut like normal, because it doesn't have to be as fine and precise. Since these ones are going into a batter, I am going to very thinly chop like this, and then I will cross chop. If the onion makes you cry, that's okay. Being a bitch is okay. If you can get it as thin as this, that's nice. And you sub? Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I need to swap. Hold on. I'm gonna swap back to Twitch. Thank you, Gamma, for the sub. Okay. I'm going to leave this here for now. And I'll cross chop with this one as well. There's a delay between on-stream subs notification and what I actually see in OBS. So I'm looking at the OBS window instead, so I can actually see what the camera is showing. Okay. Oops, where are you going? Okay, bottom goes into the bin. I can actually just pop out the chat, so I can actually read in real time. I could have done this in a food processor and it probably would have yielded either better or the same results, though I prefer doing it manually because not everyone has a food processor at home. So I want to ensure that everyone can follow along as much as possible. We will be needing a scale in a moment, just to weigh out ingredients. So if you have one, feel free to go and get it. Let's actually just do this a little bit differently. Oh, the onion is fighting back. They're strong. We will not cry though. If you need to use fingers, use the non-knife hand so that the knife hand stays clean. Okay, there we go. That's done. It's okay to be a bitch. Yeah, I know, literally. I love you too. That's... You see, this is what... Hold on. I will show you what aprons are for. This. There you go. Just lift that, get back. And now we can do the onion chop for the rice. These onions are quite soft, which is really nice. I should not have chopped the bottom. That is fine. I will manage. Okay, just one skin off. Sometimes I do wish that onions would give me an easier time stripping them naked. But then I do understand that the best ladies are not easy. And that's why onions are so easy to remove the peel of if you don't get forceful. Because I could just take out the first layer and call it a day, but that'd be wasteful. Come on. There we go. Right, so, as usual, we're cutting down in horizontal, well, along the onion. Just making vertical cuts here. And now we're taking advantage of the fact that onions have layers. So, and there's your minced onion. It also helps to have a sharp knife, I will say that much. And this one is for the rice. You can get a lot sloppier with this kind of cutting. That's completely fine. I should have probably done this for the fritters as well in hindsight, because it actually came out a lot better. We learn as we go, right? Oof. These onions aren't strong, I will tell you that much. I guess quality does come at a cost. Cooking while crying is a nuisance. Or rather, crying while cooking. Okay, oops. I'm not crying, you are. So, let me get the scissors. Let's get a good heap of parsley. Let's see here. That's okay, just a few more. I like parsley a lot. It's a very fresh herb. It's really nice. And especially now in summer, it actually goes with a lot of dishes. So don't feel like you're using too much. Okay, last one. There we go. Stalk and everything. Extra salt. Thank you. This is not a league stream though. Right. How do you chop parsley? Well, you go big or go home. It's fine to be messy. We're here to cook, not to win gourmet awards. Don't do what I just did. Okay. Into the batter bowl you go. There's a few pieces here that did not want to get chopped. Okay. Yes, I know. Right. And now we have everything that we need here. So now this part is going to look very weird for you guys, and I fully understand. However, I need to weigh some ingredients, and I do not have a regular scale. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm getting out the kitchen robot. For those of you who are not familiar with this is a Thermomix Vorwerk machine called in Portuguese. In Portugal, we call it bimbi. Let me just see if I can turn it to you guys a little bit. You're not going to be able to see much. That's fine. Right. This is going to be what I'm going to use to weigh things out. It's going to look weird. I'm sorry. Right. Now it says, if I recall correctly, 150 grams of cornstarch. Okay. It's set to 0. Weird is good. Well, debatable, yes. Oops. Let's 0 that. Okay, we have 150 grams of cornstarch. A little bit messily made, but that's fine. This is also really good to go into batters that you're doing for fried chicken, for instance, because it gives extra crisp to what you're cooking. Now it needs 160 grams of flour, if I recall correctly. Yes? I think it is. Let's wing it. Oops. Okay. We got some on the floor. That's fine. I actually don't even know why we keep our flour inside a plastic container. Okay. Now we are adding, I think, yeah, that's it. No. We will need this again soon. Or actually, I can do it now, because I'm going to need to weigh out the cod as well. Or I could just use all of it, and they get extra fish in them. Nah, it's too much. I'm gonna just get out plates. Ah, fuck it. We're adding in all of it. That's fine. Whatever. I'll spoil my family for a change. Oops, too early to plug it. It's going to yell at me next time I turn it on. That's fine. Right. Mind you, this is frozen cod. Obviously, it looks horrid. And it smells of fish. So, we are going to get out a little frying pan, and we're going to man, it'll be like the snorting noise. What? Oh, no. It just goes over the instructions again if you don't turn it off properly, basically. Oh, right, this has to go into the freezer. I can put this in the laundry room, or mud room, I guess. Okay, keeping things tidy is the key to good cooking. Let's just quickly cook off the cod. I could have done this earlier, but I didn't because I don't like to prep things ahead of time. Alright, good luck. Remember, cod is heavily salty. Do not salt this water. Get I'm going to get a lid for that as well. First try. Wow. Wow. And let's get out a pot for the rice as well. I'll use this one. It's going to be a little bit too big, most likely, but that's okay. Because for this rice, we wanted what we call in Portuguese malandro, and if you roughly translate it, that's called naughty rice, but I'm pretty sure that's not the right translation. It's basically going to be wet. In hindsight, wet, naughty might just be there. So, this can go in. Let me get a wooden spoon. Okay, goes into the sink. And now, for rice, I personally like to use olive oil. You thought. A little bit of salt. Might as well season the batter as well. Remember to hold back on the seasoning of the batter a little bit because you already have cod, and cod is salty. Black pepper, not for the rice, but for the batter. When do you stop black pepper? When your wrist hurts. Let's get a whisk, or a whisk, as the Brits say. We can already crack the egg in as well. So let's get our egg right over there. The key to not getting eggshells into your food is to open your egg all at the same time. Don't bat it, crack it, sorry, don't tap it multiple times. You want to do it all at once. I want to leave adding the water here until the end, but we can add the baking powder as well. We need 15 grams of this. I'm going to measure out a teaspoon, I think. Actually, half a tablespoon should be fine. I have this cute little set of measuring spoons. They're not metal, which is a shame. Oops, wrong tin. They're not metal, which is a shame, but they'll do. There you go. Wonderful cocaine. Mother. Oops. Oops. completely fine. We have paper towel. There we go. All good. Okay, let's continue mixing that while we wait for the cod. Stepping a little bit out of line, aren't you, motherfucker? Now, if you start mixing now, you will notice that the batter has become lumpy. That's completely fine. Just keep stirring. The baking powder is actually here to kill a little bit of the gluten because it prevents it from accumulating as much grease. Okay, I think this is actually mostly done. Yep. These pieces of cod are, for the most part, already cooked, so they're easy to flake. And now we're going to clear some space here in the sink. This can stay out of sight for the time being. Okay. Right. Safety precautions. We have a mitt somewhere. Safety precautions acquired. There we go. Oopsie. Okay, we good, I think. Yep, we good. There was a little bit of wastage. Should have been paw prints. Eventually. Buy them for me off of Amazon, wouldn't you? Let's scramble the cod. I would say, well, shred, but potato at this point. Give it a good old beat down. We want it to be as small as possible. Alright, that's all good. Let's leave this to chill a little bit here. And we're going to turn that off. Nobody told me. Nobody saw. And we're going to turn the oil on. Now, since it's a cast iron pan, I'm going to... Well, we're going to have to wait because it gets hot slower. However, it keeps heat better and more stable. So, in regular steel or aluminum pans... in regular steel or aluminum pans, what happens is that you'll have cold and hot spots, so the food may not cook as even as you would like. But with a cast iron, that happens a lot better. You just get a more uniform distribution of heat. I'm going to skip on using the Pro for today because we don't really have a need for it, so let's just leave it inside of the bag. Okay. Gonna lower it down a little bit. And now we're getting this little thing out for the tools we'll be using. That's fine. Okay, let's just leave that there for the time being. And I'm going to get out the utensils I use for frying. You'll see this mostly in American kitchens. People call it a spither. I have something else. It's kind of it's a slotted spoon, so it's good enough. It's what it's intended. Now, as we were, back to this. We got our cod in. This goes into the sink. it can have many names, admittedly. Sparkling water. Now you may be wondering, why sparkling water? Well, it's merely because it makes a better, fluffier, more airy batter. And that's the whole reason behind it. Now, this is going to be quite a thick batter, but that's completely fine. You want this to be like super thick. And you don't want to mix it too much, otherwise you will work the air out of it. So, I'm going to get a... Right, I can actually not see it very well. There you go. It's runny. It doesn't look too good. I'm going to get a better spoon to put this in. There we go, something a little bit bigger. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pour this. That would be ideal, but... This is quite a messy process, so don't be too worried. The thing you need to be concerned about is having a serving plate ready to go, ideally lined with paper towels. This was from cleaning the thermometer, so it's still completely fine because it's just oil all the same. And now the oil is low, so those will take a while. But I will try and make room for more. Online. Good. Oh, small ones didn't quite help that much. I will be right back. Well, Mom said the oil has to be quite hot, so they don't suck up too much oil, which is understandable. Now, as they cook, they will start gaining color as well as a bit of firmness to them, which is what we're looking for. I'm just going to use the fork to help flip. They have a lovely golden color. I'm actually going to try see if I can get you guys closer so you can watch. Let's see. How can I arrange it? I don't want to endanger myself, obviously. But there we go. That's a better view now, isn't it, chat? I'm not sure if that's better or worse. Kind of hard to see. That's good enough. The oil is fairly new, so we shouldn't see too much browning, but let's see as we go. These are almost done. A little bit too pale still. Yeah, too pale for my tastes. Now these can stay there longer. I could be making the rice at the same time as right now. However, that would be a little bit complicated. Let me put the thermometer back into its little box because we don't need it. We're not using olive oil to cook, so that's fine. If you want to, you can fry things with olive oil. I personally don't recommend it due to the low smoke points of olive oil. If you still insist on using it, keep it below 210 degrees Celsius. Otherwise, it will fuck things up. And I'm not joking. Let's get, okay, the measure of rice. I'm going to use a cup of this size. This is my mom's teacup. Or, well, I guess latte is the word in English. It's basically coffee and milk. Let's check these. Nope. Not hot enough yet. About this much rice. That's not very descriptive now, is it? Okay. Okay, they're starting to brown up to a nice, lovely degree. Yep, there we go. This side's done. This as well. They're looking so puffy and airy. Let's get the first ones out. You guys can stay in a little longer. I can get a third one in, just need a little bit more time. You wanted to see the frying process, huh? Okay, I think I can remove the small ones now as well. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that, chat. This one's... Hold on, let me flip her. Yeah. I'll show you one of the other ones. Look at that. Beautiful. Tasty looking good. They are, yeah. They're looking quite nice. My grandma's makes them a lot smaller and also thinner, and I think I understand the difference. It's mainly because I use sparkling water and she doesn't, so mine came out looking like really puffy. Like, usually they're not this tall, so mine puffed up a lot, and since she uses like regular flat water, they kind of stay a little bit flat. Oops, that was too early to flip this one. Messy, messy, messy. Now it's literally just waiting game. I think this one here is looking quite good. We need to make sure we have enough space on the platter for all of them. I'm not sure we will.
wanted to spoon some oil on that one so the top cooks a little bit better. But the remaining 3 aren't ready yet, so they can't come out. Meaning I have no room to do what I wanted to do. Which is fine. You have to be a little bit patient. Also, it seems Is my voice okay, guys? I'm seeing the bit rate going all over the place, kind of. Redeemed hydrates. Sorry. I don't have water with me, so coffee will have to do. I apologize. I forgot to plug in the Ethernet cable. Always careful with oil. Mods. Oops. The towel fell. Waste not, want not. There we go. I need to make some room in the platter. Wait, hold on, I can't see myself. We need to make a little bit of room here. But look at those beauties. They look so nice. They're tasting so good. I'm sorry, but they're tasting so good. I'm taking this one to my mother. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if we can flip this one again. Actual unit, yeah, we good. We flipped. We can't flip those yet. What? Never mind. Mom says they're good. There we go. Oops. There we go. Okay. Don't we always believe mums? Trying to think of how to organize myself so I can do the wash up while the rice cooks, so you guys can be entertained by the cooking of rice. We good? Yeah, we good. This one's ready. I would like to say, but has a pale spot right here that I am displeased with. So let's baste it for a little bit longer. See if we can get that spot to brown up. Actually did a little bit. That could have been quite dangerous. They're so tall, and I have so little oil now that this one has a white line around it. Not too convenient. Okay, there we go, looking a lot better. Turn the heat off here. Now, as I mentioned before, cast iron, it's still very hot. So even though this has a wooden handle, this part here is still a bit hot. What I'm going to do for safety and also smell is I'm going to put this and let it cool inside of the oven. It's going to reek of oil afterwards, but for the time being, it's fine. Right. Now we're going to get the rice going. And for that effect, I am going to do a little change. Actually, okay. I'm going to put the rice over there in the corner. I need to put you guys closer as well. I'm going to aim you at the corner. I'm going to aim you right at the right spot, so you guys are going to be watch it while I wash up. We had our wooden ladle. Let's get a new one. This already has salt. We need to get it going. I know this has a name in Portuguese, but right now I actually can't remember if it has a name in English or not. We'll need boiling water, so let's get that. Moving the rice. the rice to a different bowl so I can use the original cup to measure out the water instead. That's why you saw me doing that. The kettle is on, by the way, so it's gonna get noisy. Okay, the water has boiled. Now, I lowered the heat of the rice because I need to add in the tomato first. You can do this with just about any form of canned tomato. Mind you, this is going to splatter a little bit because this has water. So maybe not. Careful, don't burn yourself. Let's leave that there. And now we don't have all too much to clean up, thankfully. We can get rid of a few things. That tomato is such a beautiful sight in there. It's starting to sputter a lot. So let's lower it. And stir. You want to actually fry this a little bit. Ooh, hot. Let's have you chill a little bit. There's tomato everywhere right now. Let's get the water in before it splatters anywhere else. That's one. Two. Now, for regular rice, you'd stop here. And three. There's no visual? The hell? Oh, sorry about that. I apologize. Yeah, I must have disconnected when I was opening the machine. I'm sorry. My apologies. So just to recap, we had the onion, the garlic, olive oil, getting the onion translucent. Then you add in the tomato sauce, get it nice and hot until it's sputtering at you like it's angry, and then you shush it the fuck down with, instead of 2 parts water, 1 part rice, in this scenario you want 3 parts water to 1 part rice. Yeah, it's going to look even nicer soon enough. I just need to wait for the water to boil, and then we throw in the rice. And before you ask, no, we do not wash rice in this household because we're not primitive and we're not using a rice cooker. It looks like lava. Helpful. Thank you. Technical difficulties 101. That was not meant to happen. There we go, it's tightened up again. Okay, water boiling, rice goes in. Give it a little bit of a stir. And now my heat is at max, so I'm going to lower it to minimum actually. Yeah, I'll just leave it at minimum. In the meantime, I will be finishing up the wash-up. I can actually pull the laptop closer so I can extend the camera even further. But again, something is not like me today. Oops. Okay. There we go. Tightened up again. It is one of those days it's not cooperating. Okay. funny thing about rice is that it will usually take the color of most things you put in it. Not wanting to cooperate, I see. Let's just do that. So it works. Okay, that's wash up done. So, you can move the camera back a little bit. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just not wanting to work today. Oh, goodness me. What am I gonna do with you? I guess it's literally just too heavy. Hold on. There we go. I wonder what's wrong with it. Probably nothing, but. I'm gonna get out a spoon to try it out. Garlic oil in a hinge would help, maybe. Oops. Mmm. Yes, Gem, but that's exactly the goal here. I'm sorry. It needs a little bit of salt. And let me adjust the camera. Yeah, okay. That should be good enough. So I can go here without showing my face. Can't forget MSG. The rice is almost cooked too. I actually would have preferred a bigger pot for this now that I look at it. It's going to be a bitch to clean off. I can tell you that much. You see, Gemba, the whole point of my streams is to get people to get cooking. Oh, that's a lot better, actually. I'm going to quality check this with Mother. We've actually been live for 2 hours already. I was expecting this to be a little bit quicker, but that's mostly my fault. The garlic peeling, doing one thing at a time. Need to put more water. Exactly that, see? My husband knows. Yep. Wonderful. Okay. down. Okay, let's put it up and let's grab the biggest one available. There you have it. Cod fritters and tomato rice, everyone. Traditional as it gets, and also delicious. I'm not gonna use a spoon, I'm sorry. It's actually quite fluffy and airy. Delicious. So yeah, there you go everyone. If you want to try it at home, you now know how to make it. So I hope to hear back from you soon. In the meantime, that's been Raven, your host, and I look forward to seeing you again soon with another cooking video, as well as my video streams. In the meantime, have a wonderful day, a nice rest of the evening, and stay safe. Bye.